It's MJ, and I'm working on the Wise Dog, and I'm having a great time working on this deck. It's almost therapeutic in that I get these wonderful photographs, and then I get to take or extract the image of the dog and then build my artwork around it. So when I got this first picture of Lotus, it looked like this. This is what Lotus's photo came to me looking like. And so in order for me to make each card for the Wise Dog, I had to go in and remove this background. And so I've started doing that with Lotus. And this is a good process here of cutting out and making sure that little details stay. Like I want to make sure that you still get the wisps, of her fur, and really just cutting out anything that is a background that I don't want in the final piece of art. Sometimes there are some backgrounds that I keep, especially if it's nature, if there's a tree or if there's twigs and stuff that I like. But mostly what I end up doing is really cutting out each dog. So for the Wise Dog deck, unlike the Crow where I had an idea for what I wanted that image to look like, for the Wise Dog, it starts with removing the complete background, looking at the eyes, looking at that face, look at that face, and deciding which card best fits not only the essence of the dog, but their position. And once I had Lotus's image completely cut out, I positioned her onto my screen and created the pentacle that's going to sit here, where as the Page of Pentacles she's gazing at. I added with Photoshop these spirals around the pentacle. I was thinking of like Doctor Strange and the portals that they would make. And so that was the inspiration here as she's mesmerized by her creation. Now with Lotus, the photo, as you saw, was kind of blurry, and there was, it was kind of flat feeling. So what I have been doing is going in and adding strokes of fur here just to kind of pull up the colors to accentuate. I accentuated her eyes so you could really see that she had eyes as she's focusing on this pentacle. And really my goal is just to make Lotus the center of this image. Although it is about the pentacle, they work together. And so my goal here with her is really to make an image that just pops. And so once I do that, once I have all of this done, then what I'm going to do is there's a filter here in Photoshop, which is oil paint. And it's very slight. You don't really even notice the difference too much, but what that does is that it just smooths out any of the harsh lines that you may get. So here now I have Lotus with her pentacle, and I'm going to keep building upon this image. So check back soon. Because this pup's name is Lotus, I had to, of course, include a lotus flower here, which represents her connection to divine energy. And she uses that energy to draw to her the resources that she wants to bring. You can see she also has this pentacle here in her eye, which represents her connection to the ability to manifest. She has this passion, and with that passion, she is connected to this pentacle. I also included sunflowers. As you guys know, in the Crow Tarot, I use sunflowers a lot to represent manifesting and planting seeds of intention. There's a little echinacea plant in here as well. That's for bringing healing and health to whatever it is that you manifest. And then a little just decorative background here just to pull together that whole energy. So now it's about me pulling together these colors, really enhancing the image overall and pulling it all together to create the final piece. So I'm almost done with Lotus, our Page of Pentacles. I have a few little things I want to finish up, but here you can see on the top here, this decorative background. I softened those lines up. I didn't want it to be too harsh. I really want Lotus to be what is the most important element of this card. And then here you can see this is what the photograph started off like. This is what, my wonderful backer submitted. And so I took this and recreated her as this really vibrant, just like punch of color here, Page of Pentacles. And so a couple little things I like to do before I finish up is I want to really accentuate Lotus's eyes, and I'm using the burn tool here to create contrast between light and dark. And you may not be able to see it very well on the camera and the computer screen, but in print, what this is going to do is it's going to create a nice line here where you can really see her face coming up and out of the card. And then just to add some more of the little shading over here, which accentuates the white fur coming over her muzzle here. And for the most part, I think she's close to being done. So I'll send a final picture of her on Instagram and on Facebook. And I think Lotus, I think she's ready to hit the finished folder. So whoop whoop. Thank you guys so much and take care. Peace.